Grace and peace, family. Welcome to another discussion. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me. I'm Joy, and I hope that you are all doing well. Today, I wanted to spend some time talking to you about the female narcissist and how this evil woman abuses the legal system to further inflict insidious abuse on her targets. This is a special kind of evil. You'll find that in this case, it could be like spouse, it could be a romantic interest, it could be a friendship. She doesn't care. She's just evil. It could even be a mother to a child. I mean, if she's a female narcissist, anyone can get it if you are a target. You'll find that she baits you into a fight. She already has everything figured out. And this is the thing with narcissists. They work in advance. They set the scene. They know what they want their end result to be. And they just bait you into these arguments, into these fights, knowing how everything is going to play out. She knows that she's going to call the police, and she has already fabricated evidence to use against you. She already had a friend beat her up with a bat, so she has a black eye. She already has bruises on her, or she did it herself. And why would she do this? Never forget, when it comes to narcissists, it's really about having dominion over you. They want power and control at all times and in all situations. So you'll find that sometimes they just want to restrict your access to the home. They want to restrict your access to your belongings, the very things that you would need to be able to get or to wear to go to work, clothes, shoes. And now suddenly you don't have access to it because there's a restraining order, and she won't comply to those orders to at least allow you to get in the house and get what you need. And now here you are in a bind. These are things that she will do knowing that you could potentially lose your job. Again, she wants power and control over her targets. You also find that this woman, she's completely uncouth. She will show up at your job and she will create a scene, smear your name at the job, and just let everybody think that you are an evil person. Show up with herself all banged up, and you never even saw her like that. You could have left the house and she looked normal. She looked like just herself. And suddenly shows up at your job all banged up and crying and, putting on the performance of a lifetime, saying that this is what you did before you left for work. And there's so many reasons why a narcissist or a female narc would do this. And one of the main reasons that I can think of is that she's losing the primary source of supply. You've simply had enough. You are ready to move on. You are sick and tired of her drama. Like, first of all, who would not be tired of this, of living like this manufactured drama? You've had enough. You've had enough of this abuse, and you simply want out. And so in her mind, desperate times call for desperate measures. So this restraining order that she's trying to get is a desperate attempt to maintain power over you. And so she'll even engage her flying monkeys, her toxic friends, to help her create the lies. Or even, she'll get these flying monkeys when there is a restraining order in place to tell you about what you are going to do and what you're not going to do, or let you know what she's doing, or to spy on you and, give her the information like, is he seeing anybody? Where's he staying? That type of thing. Because she just can't mind her own business. And here's the tragic part about it all. And this is where I truly feel for the gentleman, is because you run into cases where the police won't help because she has them all fooled. She uses all of her female qualities, her feminine ways, to play the damsel in distress. She knows the rules like the back of her hand, and she plays them to a T. And sometimes you'll find that she even flirts with some of these police officers. And if we can just be honest for a moment, some of them themselves are narcissists. And narcissists like to work in tandem. And so they'll just step in as her protector and as another toxic flying monkey in the midst of it, and they will gang up on you. And so she's got the backup support that she needs. But at the end of the day, it's very difficult for gentlemen to, to really stand up or, get the help that they need in these type of situations. And this is where she feels most powerful. And this is where she, this is what she wanted the whole time. She wants to have these men in a position to beg her not to proceed with the case. Plead with her like, listen, I'll do whatever you want. Suddenly she has full control over you again. And this is nothing but a manipulation tactic. If you go back, she will constantly remind you that at any time she will go back to the police. She will remind you that she has the upper hand at all times and in all things. And guess what? She absolutely does enjoy this. Sometimes you find that women do this for financial gain. They want the upper hand in a custody battle. They want, to receive certain things within a divorce settlement. And so this restraining order benefits it because now she's painted you as the bad person. And again, she will play the role of the victim. And again, it's very difficult for men to be believed in these cases because you'll find that there's already that restraining order that's in the system. And so, how then do you defend yourself and say that this restraining order is not real? It's already been issued. And so now here you are in court going for divorce, going for, custody of the children. And now the court works in her favor. And now we can introduce parental alienation. She lies to the children about you and completely erases you. It makes you lose everything. And most importantly, that relationship with your children. And the worst part now is she wants victim compensation in the form of alimony, child support. For what? Like, she wants to use, she wants to take full advantage of these men for the sole gain of $1, because why should she work? Why should she do anything? She wants to make sure that your life is miserable and that you will continue to go back to her so that you don't have to pay out like that. And for her, the benefit is that you would remain in her narcissistic harem. You would remain her puppet on a string. And this type of woman, let me say this, is an incredibly vindictive woman. The female narcissist, I think I've always thought this, she's an incredibly vindictive woman who cannot accept rejection at all. And so if she feels that this man has moved on to another love interest, she will do anything and everything within her power to destroy him. And it's even worse if you're caught cheating, because they will focus on just completely destroying you. The tunnel vision that she would get in the destruction of who you are and everything that you worked for is intense. The smear campaigns that will come out of this is intense. Everything that she does will be in order to put you, or will be done to put you, the target, in the spotlight as the evil one, while she falls back and she plays the role of the victim. And she does this by having you arrested. She does this by having these restraining orders. And she does this by using the legal system as her weapon against you. Let me say this, and let's be very clear. This is a vile, disgusting, degenerate woman, and that's it. There's nothing more to say. There's nothing less. She is a sadistic, cruel creature that ruins lives, and they do this with a smile on their face. Again, this happens in intimate relationships. It happens with spouses. They do this in friendships. They do it to their children. The female narcissist, to me, is just a special kind of evil. I look forward to hearing your stories and, hearing your experiences in the comments. I thank you so much for your time. Until the next video, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.